Nissan has said its next Nissan Skyline, which will be a direct competitor to the Tesla Model Y, will be a Tesla Model Y sized electric vehicle. So, sorry Skyline lovers, but you're just going to have to suck it up, you little princesses, and buy an EV. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. You know what? There's all these hardcore Nissan Skyline guys who love their turbocharged Skylines. And the price of Skylines has rocketed up over the last 5 years. They've become much more expensive than they used to be. Maybe all these people were aware that Nissan plans on completely changing its Skyline to make it a car that will actually sell. Now, guys, the Skyline never sold in big numbers. Nissan never made that many of them because most people are just not interested in what it was. Which, like it or not, that's the reality here. Like it or not, Nissan, they're basically in a very tough position here. They need to make a car that people want to buy. And, well, an electric Skyline apparently is it. Here's what we know so far. The next Nissan Skyline will morph into an electric crossover, probably similarly sized to a Tesla Model Y, which will produce 450 horsepower. Now, I think that sounds a bit underpowered. An electric Skyline, I think they could do better than that. Why not a Tesla Model S Plaid? You know, why not something with 1,000 horsepower? Come on, Nissan. Lift your game. Well, hopefully they do. You never know, they might. Now, the reality is here, few car names or, few cars are as iconic as the Skyline. Which is why I find this all kind of so enjoyable to see. I'm going to love seeing my friends squirm here. I've got a few friends who are riding into Skylines. I want to have a talk to them about this new Skyline. Tell them, hey, you're going to buy the new Skyline, mate? It's going to be right up your alley. Have a look at it. Check it out. And then I want to send them a link to this video. Like most car makers, Nissan is in the midst of trying to transform its business to launch a plethora of electric vehicles by 2030. In particular, it says it'll have a number of models in 2028 with its new solid-state batteries, which it doesn't have yet, but it says it does. Anyhow, whatever Nissan, if you want to believe you do, that's great. So this model will actually be a bit like the Nissan Ariya, maybe a bigger version of the Nissan Ariya, it's believed. And it will be fully electric. It won't be a plug-in hybrid as far as we know. Now, we don't know a whole lot of details yet. However, it's likely to be badged as an Infinity in North America. So an Infinity electric Skyline electric crossover thingy. Yeah. If it does have the power that Nissan says it will have, which is 450 horsepower, that would give it an extra 60 horsepower over the current most powerful Nissan Ariya, and it would make it a competitor to something like a Tesla Model 3 Performance or a Tesla Model Y Performance. But that said, by the time this vehicle does come out, there'll be a new Model Y and a new Model 3, and they may have upped their game by then. It'll be interesting to see. As part of its electrification efforts, Nissan expects 98% of its sales in Europe to be fully electric in 2030, and 98% of them to be either electric cars or hybrids in 2026. The automaker is planning to introduce 27 electrified models, including 19 EVs by 2030. And it says that 55% of its global sales in 2030 will be fully electric. Now, that's assuming that Nissan is still around, still selling a lot of cars in 2030. I don't think that they will be in the way that they are today. The reason for that is Nissan sales are dropping like a rock. That song comes to my head, drop it like it's hot, whatever. Anyway, their sales is they're just going through the toilet, into the toilet this year. Nissan's debt has been downgraded. It's now considered junk. And Nissan is really struggling at the moment. And, if they can get a Nissan Skyline to market, which is a Model Y competitor, and it's compelling, it's good, it's a good electric car, well, that'll be great because that could help revive the company. So what do you think about a Nissan Skyline being electric? Let's say they had increased the power, add an extra motor, made it a tri-motor instead of 450 horsepower, jumped up to 700 horsepower. Do you think enthusiasts would be interested in something like that? Now, I personally couldn't care less who enthusiasts are. Remember, enthusiasts are a tiny percentage of the market. What Nissan needs here is a model that they can sell lots of. And this would sell, I think. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.